In 2021, tax expenditure, the revenue foregone through exemptions and reliefs, was estimated to have cost Nigeria a staggering 4% of its GDP. But even with such a high fiscal impact, experts say there has been little to no evaluation of whether these incentives are truly delivering economic value or draining the national purse at the workshop themed Tax Expenditure and its Effect on Government Revenue. The representative of the FIRS chairman emphasized the need for a complete rethinking of how tax incentives are granted, tracked, and assessed.
It is the lack of this adequate monitoring tool on impact assessment that gives room to the ifs and buts, which creates room for these unverified tax expenditure figures in different quarters.
The executive chairman's representative also pointed out that poor data management and the absence of performance metrics have made it difficult to weigh the cost and benefit of these incentives. However, he was hopeful for the agency to enhance visibility, tracking, and accountability.
We strongly believe that data is life in tax expenditure reporting. And that is why the tax expenditure management will be supported by the service to leverage on the integrated digital tax administration system, our Tax Pro Max.
On his part, the Statistician General of the Federation stressed that FIRS data plays a central role in compiling Nigerians' national accounts, a point echoed by the head of the Tax Expenditure Unit.
Revenue data collected and collated serve as input into data that we produce, especially when it comes to national account compilation.
These incentives are just granted, but there are no evaluations. So that is one of the reasons why we're trying to bring up this momentum to the Nigerian government.
In 2024, the FIRS recorded collections totaling 21.6 trillion naira for 2025. The agency is aiming even higher, setting a 25.2 trillion naira target. But with calls for interagency collaboration growing louder, hitting that mark will require transparency, efficiency, and data that tells the correct story. Esohe Osemege, reporting for BTV News.